Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this one I'm going to show you how you can use the screw modifier to generate a mesh based on the outline of an object. So what you're going to do is we will draw that outline using a Bezier curve and then generate a mesh using that screw modifier. A very easy and intuitive way of modeling, and especially interesting for beginners just starting out with Blender. Okay, start with adding a Bezier curve to our scene and press tab to go to edit mode. Now you can simply select points and move them around and rotate and scale them to get basically the right shape. We can also add more points by simply pressing E to extrude. So let's do that a few times to get the shape of a glass already, and we can always then adjust each individual point afterwards. You can also set a handle type. By default it's automatic, but if you set it to free, we can move the left and right handle independently of each other. So let's now go through each point and adjust the handles, scale it, rotate it, whatever we need to get the shape of a glass. Once that is done, just go back to object mode and add a screw modifier in the modifier tab. Choose the y-axis to wrap it around and we'll see that a glass geometry is appearing here. Just make it a little bit higher so it's really looking like a glass. Alright, so maybe also increase the number of steps so it looks a little bit smoother and rounded. So the cool thing is that you can still adjust points in our curve and the geometry will follow because of the screw modifier. So it's really like a procedural setup that's non-destructive. Note that the points at the bottom of the glass, if they are not on the y-axis, they actually create a hole. You can solve it by choosing to wrap around another object in the center of your glass. Alright, so now you know how the screw modifier works. So what we're going to do now is basically use a reference image to help us guide and draw that outline. You see that it's going to be a very easy way to create objects based on a photo by just simply drawing the outline and then wrapping around that with the screw modifier. Alright, let's start by adding a background and select your reference photo. And then obviously add again a Bezier curve so that you can create the outline of this 24 bottle. So just like we did before, just add additional points by simply pressing E to extrude and then rotate and scale each individual point so that you have eventually the right shape of this bottle. So remember, you can press V to select a particular handle type, so set it to free if you want more flexibility, and move the left and right handle independently of each other. Especially very useful in the very detailed areas of this reference image to be able to do this. When you have the entire outline, just add again a screw modifier and simply just see that bottle appear. Alright, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one.